good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. Welcome to Monday morning. We are right at the start of a brand new week. And I'm very happy to be here and dive into this week along with you. Sunmari, hello, good morning. Welcome to Monday. Our teacher for this week is Sadhguru. Every time I listen to Sadhguru, I feel such an affinity, such a love for that man. So let's get into it. Let's get into Sadhguru's message for our week. We spend so much of our lives haunted by yesterday and anxious about tomorrow. Our minds replay conversations that ended years ago and rehearse arguments we might have next week, constructing elaborate scenarios that are likely to never unfold. Maggie, good morning. Welcome to the first day of a beautiful week. Sadhguru is our teacher this week, and as we look ahead into the next 7 days, he reminds us that everything from the past or the future exists only within our minds. The past is a collection of memories, and the future is a series of projections. Neither truly exists in the tangible now. Good morning, Danae. Welcome to Monday morning. It's great seeing you. A brand new week. This realization that the past and the future really live only in our mind, this realization empowers us to create a new relationship with our thoughts. We can stop being prisoners of what is not real and instead embrace the vibrant possibilities of the present. Good morning, Zani. Hello. Welcome to a brand new day and a brand new week. It's good to see you. Sadhguru says, you cannot suffer the past. You cannot suffer the future because they don't exist. What you are suffering is your memory and your imagination. Everything that we experience, past, present, and future, is experienced only within ourselves. The past does not exist. It's only alive within our memory. The future hasn't happened yet. It's only alive in our imagination. It is up to each of us to form a new relationship with our mind so that we can live without being trapped by what does not exist. Anthony, hello. Welcome to a brand new week. It's good to see you, man. Sadhguru says, what is past cannot be fixed. What is now can only be experienced. What is next can be created. And the last thought from Sadhguru for today is, do not worry about your future, but do your present well. Because when you do your present well, the future will blossom. The past is sealed. It is unchangeable. We can learn from it, yes, but we cannot alter what has already occurred. The future hasn't happened yet, so worrying about it is like trying to rearrange furniture in a house that has not been built yet. But this present moment, this is where everything happens. This is where we have agency, choice, and the ability to shape our experience. How we show up right now directly influences what unfolds next. Each present moment becomes the foundation for the moment that follows. We start every Monday by looking forward into the week as a way of setting our intention. It gives us an opportunity to do a bit of mental rehearsal so that we step into each day intentionally and not on autopilot. We can visualize our goals, prepare for upcoming challenges, and set our course for the week ahead. But then we must return our attention to where the actual work happens, right here, right now. If you're ready, let's do this together. let's slip off into this brand new week. You can close your eyes and we'll start with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in and out. A deep breath in and out. A deep inhale and let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in and let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly, as if there's a balloon in your belly, then also at the same time, raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine, lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. With every exhale, soften. With every breath out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and even drop your head. While you continue your full body breathing, feeling your body rise with every inhale, feeling into the softness of your body with every exhale. I want to remind you of exactly what it is that you're doing right now. You are being the teacher to this body. You are taking this body by the hand and letting this body know, hey, hello body, here is how I want us to do this. Sadhguru tells us that the past and the future live only in our imagination. So we can't suffer from the past and we can't suffer from the future. What we're suffering from is our imagination. And that where we need to find ourselves is in this present moment, taking care of the present moment. Because if we take care of the present moment, that leads to the next moment and the next. As you, the teacher to this body, as you take this body by the hand, sit it down and say, here is how I want us to do this. Every time you stop for a few deep conscious breaths, you are helping this body out of the past, out of the future, and into the present. Because when you take a conscious breath, it's not possible to take that breath in the past. And it's not possible to take that breath in the future. That breath you're consciously taking only happens right now. Each conscious breath grounds you in this moment. And if you've stopped for a few slow conscious breaths, with every exhale softening into your body, then you have equipped yourself to deal with the present. After a few big breaths, you can face the moment and whatever it is that needs to get done in this moment. Because you have grounded yourself again in this moment. How many times can you stop for a few big breaths today? And in the week ahead, can you remind yourself multiple times every day to stop for a few big breaths, ground yourself in the moment that the breath happens in, and then face the moment. Deal with whatever this moment asks you to pay attention to. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our bodies stretch, adjust, and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Let's take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward and roll out your neck muscles forward and to the left, forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. Lean your upper body over to the left. Lean your upper body over to the right. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, or at least becoming as present as we possibly can be right now, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. With every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this is always a good place to stop. But if you are here for the whole journey, we'll take the next few big breaths together. Let's take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, make it a long, slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body. Feel how softness slips into your body and settles in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. Feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in. And hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath, but hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, see yourself standing at the start of a brand new week. See your toes sticking over the edge and see yourself ready to dive into this week. Take your next big breath. We are taking the opportunity at the start of a brand new week to be intentional about the week ahead. The opposite of being intentional is being on autopilot, stumbling into the week, controlled by old patterns, old programming without putting any thought into it. And if we stumble through the week, controlled by an old program, we are likely to react to life in old patterns that were created in the past. And clearly, if we continue to react to life in all the old ways we've reacted before, then also we will continue to recreate the past over and over again into the future. Sadhguru's message for us today is to not be captured by the past. Don't let your past programming react to this moment, but become intentional. Attend to this present moment with as much wisdom as you can. And Sadhguru reminds us that taking care of the present moment is what takes care of our future. So as we intentionally walk into this week, let's start with what is known about the week. Give yourself a quick heads up. What lies ahead this week? What are some things you need to get done? Some places you need to go, some people you need to see this week. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, take a stroll through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and remind yourself of what lies ahead this week. Take your next big breath. What are you creating this week? And of course, there's a wide spectrum of how we create. We can create physical things we can point to and say, I made that, I created that. But that often makes us miss all of the other ways in which we create. Every meal you make creates life itself. How you show up in your home creates the energy of that home. Every conversation you walk away from was an act of creating relationships. And then the relationship that you have with your thoughts, that might be your biggest act of creating. Because the relationship that you create with your inner world determines everything else. So what are you creating this week? Where are you placing your attention? Because where you place your attention is what you give energy to. So this week, what is it that you will be pouring your attention into? Take your next big breath. For a moment, transport yourself to the end of the week. Imagine arriving in the next weekend and looking back over a week. What are some things that you like to see yourself having done this week? When you get to the end of the week, what might your checklist look like? What are things for which you'd like to say, I got this done, I got that done? What are things for which you'd like to say, I got started on this one, I made progress on that one? What does your checklist look like for the end of this week? Take your next big breath. The central message from Sadhguru for our week is to remember to not be captured by our imagination, or the past that lives in our imagination, or the future that lives in our imagination, but to remind ourselves over and over again to attend to the present moment. So when you look into the week ahead, can you come up with some moments, one or two, for which you already know you want to be present? Perhaps something important happens this week, and you want to make sure you're present for that. Now, of course, we should be present for every moment, so whatever example you come up with, maybe just the humans in your life, maybe picture them while we go through this exercise. As you picture the moment that you want to be present for, create an image in your mind of what that moment might look like. And as you see the scene in front of you, and as you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, I want you to ask this question, because then you might remember in the moment to ask the question too. The question is, what does this moment require of me? Picture the scene, picture yourself in the scene, and ask, what does this moment require of me? Take your next big breath. We are rehearsing being present. We are rehearsing catching ourselves and giving ourselves the reminder to be present. So again, see a moment in the week for which you know you'd want to be present. Picture the scene, see yourself in the scene, and now ask this question as a reminder to be present. What does this moment make available to me right now? What does this moment make available to me? Remind yourself to ask the question. Take your next big breath. Picture yourself in any of the moments in the week ahead, and see yourself ask this question. What does this moment ask me to take action on? What does this moment ask me to take action on? Give yourself the reminder to ask that question. Take your next big breath. And then, especially in those moments when we're dealing with a person and we believe we know what they should be doing and what they should be saying, and they should not be doing this and they should not be saying that. Remind yourself to ask yourself this question: what does this moment ask me to let go of? Do we ask ourselves that question enough? What does this moment ask me to let go of? Rehearse that. Take your next big breath. We'll take one more big breath together to slip out of the breath holding space and into the next. Take a deep breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back or even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. I'll read to you one more time these 3 very quick quotes from Sadhguru. It says, "You cannot suffer the past, and also you cannot suffer the future, because neither the past nor the future exists. What you are suffering is your memory and your imagination." Sadhguru says, "The past cannot be fixed. What is now can only be experienced, and what is next can be created." And he means we create what's next by being present now. When he says, don't worry about your future, do your present well. And if you do your present well, then the future will blossom. Everything we experience, every experience we have, is experienced within us. The whole experience, or our experience of it, plays out only within us. Sadhguru has a book called Inner Engineering. How to engineer your inner world. Which he talks about this extensively. Every experience you have is essentially an inner experience. The past does not exist. It's alive only in our memory. The future has not happened yet. It is alive only in our imagination. It is up to each of us to form a new relationship with our mind so that we can live in the present moment without being trapped by what does not exist. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for the privilege of standing at the start of a brand new week. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for a moment in which to become intentional. Look at the week ahead and be intentional about how I want to walk into this week. I don't want to stumble into the week on autopilot, reacting in all the same old ways that I have reacted before. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for this pause to look into the week ahead and rehearse. Rehearse how I want to step into the week and walk through the week consciously. I want to remind myself, to ask myself from moment to moment, what does this moment require of me? What does this moment ask me to take action on? And also, what does this moment ask me to let go of? One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for diving into this week along with us. I trust you're going to have an awesome week, creating at your highest potential. Pat, a very good morning. Welcome to a new week. It's so good to see you. Thank you, Zani. Thank you, Charlene. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, Danae. Thank you, Sunmarie. Lots of love to you all. Mwah. Have a beautiful week. Ciao, ciao.